Throughout my 3 years here at uni, joining as a fresher, we've literally increased our numbers with the girls like exponentially. It's an amazing sense of community that always shines through. You know, everyone has their backs, everyone supports each other, and that really makes the sport what it is. Oh, how I became president. Okay, perfect. No, don't worry. Yeah, so how I became president was a matter of just an AGM election, whereas as well at the same time, throughout my 3 years at the club, like people had like recognised my efforts and contributions, and therefore you awarded as such. You know, I did put myself forward for the role. I was the first female ever to go for presidency, which we love to hear it. But yeah, so it was an AGM that took place in March. And then it was just done by like single vote, and then I got elected, and it was amazing. But yeah, upon that though, I had to like give my reasons for like why I'd want to be president and the changes I'd want to see in the club. And one of the things were massively, obviously, the women's football team that I wanted to develop and grow, which I think we have achieved as a club. So yeah, something I'm very, very proud of. In first year, we had our first ever match down at the Victoria Embankment that we played Loughborough. I remember it was like a 7-a-side match, and then I think we bumped up to like 11-a-side, but that was literally the starting point of like Nottingham Ladies GAA. And I'm so proud that I actually was there on that day. You know, it was like a big day in history. How I feel overall about the team is that everyone is so willing. You know, like Gaelic football is new for majority of the girls that join us, you know, and that's like one big thing upon recruitment when we're at those freshers fair. You know, like people come up to our table and be like, oh, like Gaelic football. Usually we get like, is that the sport Paul Mescal played in normal people? And I say yes it is. A selling point, you know, to get people into our club is that the inclusivity of it as well. We won the award from UN Sport in 2023 for inclusivity, and yeah, so that it just shows because of the women's team being developed. That's literally why we won it, and that was the first ever award our club had won.
I joined Gaelic in second year because my housemate played in the team last year, and she was really trying to encourage more people to join the sport. Joining it, having no experience, was a bit scary, especially because I don't have any Irish blood and I'm not Irish, and I didn't have any idea of the rules or anything about the sport. I hadn't even heard of it before, but everyone was so welcoming, and I'm happy I joined. The girls team is also unique in the way that it's uni of girls and Trent girls training together, and we are in a team together, so that was unique that you get to like mix between the unis and like build friendships and stuff, so that was really cool. That drew me in quite a lot. The committee have made it very clear that whether you're Irish or not, or if you've got any experience in the sport, they want everyone to give it a go and try their best. So although the culture can seem a bit daunting, everyone's welcome.
The team was set up initially in 2022. The role I had was somewhat a small one, but it was basically it was myself and a few other girls on different occasions. We didn't know each other, but we'd seen the old president just out and about campus, and we were sort of we went over to him and were like, oh, you know, you play Gaelic, why isn't there a women's team, where is it? And he was like, oh, I've tried, but I've had like no success and stuff. But I think what had happened was there was just a few of us that had kept on at him a little bit, just to kind of like keep it there, keep the thought there that we're not really going away. So I think after having that myself, two other girls, he then went and set the team up and got it started. But it was all the development was all the ex-president, but we sort of gave him a little nudge to get started. So over the years, we've been established now for 3 years, so this is our third established year really. I say the main difference is the numbers and the want to play. The first year was a lot of friends of friends who we just knew through other people, mutual friends, that type of thing. It was just trying to get as many girls as possible, but there was sort of a lack of want, and also on the social media there wasn't that much attraction, there wasn't that much coverage of a women's team or the Gaelic team in general. And then this year we made a huge effort at Freshers Fair to just really attract anyone, like try and get everyone involved. I think the main message of the club as well is just that community and that friendship really, so it's kind of what sells us. And then this year we've managed to move the girls up from around 25 to 46 members, so we've now got 46 girls involved from both Trent and UN. So.
Good tackling, Frankie. Pass, make it easy pass. Compose yourself and stick it over.
And I would say in the future, I'd hope that it just continues the way we go, and I think we've built a really great foundation. And I think in the future, mainly, I'd like to see them winning a fair bit more now that we're that much more established. They have all the equipment they need. We've done a great job this year in making sure that we have enough balls, enough bibs, enough cones. It's the small things, but they mean a great deal, especially when we're looking into the next sort of 3-5 years and how the club can grow and all that sort of stuff. But we have great girls at the minute, and they're a great base, and I think they'll carry the sort of the weight of the club on now for the next few years. But yeah.
Over the bar! Don't drop that ball does not touch the ground.
The league we're in is BUGA, so British University GAA, whereas the men's are Bucks. So therefore, with the uni, Bucks are protected in the sense that all their transport is always paid for, it's always covered. So for the men it's great, they don't need to like worry about that, because if they were BUGA, you know, we'd have to be like, right, where's our money coming from to fund them for their bus, for example. But yeah, so we've had to like fund a lot of transport ourselves, and as well as that, with regards to fixtures, we've had to do a lot of double headers. So we've had to liaise with like different clubs throughout our league, and for example Birmingham, you know, we'd go up together, so the men and women on the same bus, to therefore just cut off like transport costs. Yeah, throughout the year I'd say we have definitely had our difficulties, but like all these things we always came through it. I've been very, very fortunate to work very close alongside the Trent president, Isaac, and Neve, the women's officer. And you know, it has been a lot of working out. You know, it's a niche situation where, you know, we're joined with another university. Like, I've never heard of that in my whole time playing Gaelic football. You never hear of a conjoined team, or, you know, and that's what is special about it though. And you know, like, I've been able to have like really good communication with both from Trent, Isaac, and Neve, which has been amazing. You know, getting over these things like transport or like rearranging fixtures, for example, and to do with like the finances of the clubs and coach payments, etc. But yeah, like I would say, yeah, it has been difficult, but like all these things, you just get through it with good teamwork and communication. Yeah, and it's worked out perfectly. So yeah, I can't complain.
The numbers this year have been like crazy compared to any previous years. So hopefully the team will continue to grow, and hopefully we'll be able to join like higher leagues and play more competitively, which would be really nice. I say to anyone who's considering joining Gaelic, definitely go for it. I've really, really enjoyed it. It can be a bit daunting at first, especially if you don't know the sport, but everyone has been so welcoming, and yeah, no, I've really, really enjoyed it.
Driven, motivated,
very welcoming,
inclusive and friendship,
exciting and community,
fun and engaging,
supportive and exciting.
Compose yourself, you dropped it, you're allowed to do that. Keep going. Good tackle. Don't take the score, don't take the score, punish for that. Make sure you get the score if you have to fist it over. Right, go on, next player in from this side. No, not that side, not that side, this side. Good score, 1-1. One player in from this side, 2 versus 2. One pass again. Next girl in from this side, 2-0, non-bibs.